Your project might not be falling apart, but it's not performing at peak either. Here are 5 common project management mistakes that are quietly sabotaging your project. Timelines, budget, and trust. I'm going to show you how to fix them. The first silent killer that's killing your project is overcommitting without clarifying scope. So I know you got this little fancy job and you want to prove yourself. However, you cannot say yes to everything. Overcommitting and underdelivering is not what we do in project management. So if a requirement comes up and you know that your team is unable to deliver in that required timeline, guess what? You need to raise your hand and give reasons on why this will not happen. Not when you get in the project. You need to say that before the project starts. This is a sign of good project management. So you overcommitting means that now you have to deliver, guess what? In the same timeline, in the same budget. And that is not gonna work. So why did you say yes? So being a good project manager is understanding you're not saying no necessarily. However, you have to let key stakeholders know this is going to require additional budget. This is going to require additional time. That's how people trust you. The beginning of project management starts with you managing yourself. That means knowing your expectations, your capacity, and your workload. The next silent killer of project management is avoiding stakeholder conflict. Conflict is going to happen. Guess what? The number one thing in people resource management that is tested on the PMP exam is conflict. It is going to happen. There's no way you can hide from it. How you mitigate that, how you manage conflict is a sign of a good project manager. Let me show you how. So we all have that best friend, that spouse, that partner. When we first met them, we were cool on them. We didn't like them. That's conflict. What we realize is we have a lot in common with them. So think about your work partner, your stakeholders at work. Conflict is just an invitation to get to know people better on a different level. So conflict is going to happen, especially on projects. You got 50, 75 people and their different personalities. Conflict is going to happen. It's up to you to manage it. Real successful project managers know and understand conflict is going to happen. When you avoid conflict, guess what you create? Misalignment and more conflict with your team. Let me tell you this, I'm allergic to drama, which in my terms is conflict, but you cannot run from it. It is going to happen. What matters is how you deal with it. And in the PMP curriculum, we give you the tools to navigate conflict. You have to learn how to address issues proactively and with transparency. The next silent killer is treating your plan like a script. Y'all, this used to be me. We are not changing this project management plan. We decided in June of 2023, y'all, it's 2025, that we developed this plan and we got to stick to it. Y'all, bump your plans. Things change, the environment changes, the economy changes, and guess what? Your project plan needs to change as well. So you know what? You need to adapt the Agile mindset so that you can stay flexible. And if you want to learn more about Agile, stay tuned. Let me clue you on a little secret. Every company is going Agile, y'all, or at least a hybrid. Learn it. The best project manager uses flexibility and an agile mindset. The next way you're silently killing your project is neglecting your team's morale. Having a healthy, viable team is critical to your project success. Burnout teams underperform even with a great project manager when morale is low. You can be the best project manager, but if your team is Rudy Poo and you haven't managed them properly, then your project success will always be limited. You have to know how to build and develop a team. A key way to build your team, y'all, use your project management skills, retrospectives, daily check-ins, and just being proactively about managing your team. The last silent killer of your project is managing your project like a robot, y'all. That is not how we manage projects. Y'all, don't nobody want your generic update. You have to manage with intentionality. If you don't, you lose trust and clarity, and nobody wants to follow somebody they don't trust. Think about it like you're telling a story. The key stakeholders, guess what? They put on their pants one leg at a time, just like you. Make sure you have open and honest communication. That's the key to building trust. You want to be able to effectively communicate what's done, what's next, and more importantly, what's at risk. Most project managers think if the house is on fire, that's when we call the fire department. Y'all, you gotta fan it when it's just a flame. If any of this sounds familiar, this is a good sign that you're growing. Make sure to like, comment, and share if you've come across these project management silent killers before. Continue to follow me if you wanna level up your project management game. Stay tuned, where I talk about in my next video was actually on the PMP exam with this year's changes. I'm Tamara McLemore, Chief Impact Officer. I hope you pass the PMP the first time and within 30 days. See you in the next video.